Do I really look like this? Be right back. Just as a premise of this, the 2010 year of watching movies was pretty dull, pretty bad because 2009 was such a good year. There was many movies that you could watch over and over again that would satisfy you through the season. And this season was very slow and halting, and I had a lot of movies like The Last Airbender that were just complete and total disappointment. You hoped that it was going to be good, and it was not. So, with that, top 10 movies of 2010. Much better. I'm going to give you my 2010 10 best movies for 2010. Wow, that was redundant, but you know what I'm talking about. Number one, movie that I just reviewed and I just watched because it only came out a few weeks ago was The King's Speech. I think it's the number one movie of the year. Best Actor nomination, Best Supporting Actor nomination, Best Actress nomination, or Supporting Actress nomination for Colin Firth, Jeffrey Rush, and for Helena Bonham Carter. Uh, Maybe there's a nomination for Guy. What the hell is his name from Memento? You know that Guy Pierce. Um, Quite possibly the best movie for a long time. There were so many good movies last year that this definitely stuck out like a sore thumb. One of the best movies that I've watched this year, and most of the movies that I've watched that I've liked this year have been animation films. So the fact that this is not an animation film is a very good thing indeed. Number two, the mindfuck movie, and yes, I said mindfuck movie of the year, is Inception. Inception is kind of like The Matrix, as done by Leonardo DiCaprio and an Australian guy, a Indian guy. You get the picture. I have to say French girl too, French girl, and it's this psychic world of torture and pain and uh, convincing someone in their own mind, which would normally attack you, that you are supposed to be there and you are doing what you're supposed to do. But it all says something to the testament of the movie because you're actually only watching 1 minute of time in reality or their reality, 1 minute of time from them going off the bridge to finding the psychic nightmare that is the bottom of the subconscious of Leonardo DiCaprio's character. And it's a beautiful movie, shot just wonderfully. The fact that downtown LA in it always gets me a little bit too, even though it's only a music center and stuff like that. But beautiful movie, great acting, done really well. Story is really good, and it's probably it's one that people will gather quotes from for a long time. It's going to be an internet meme. It's that good. Whereas the King's Speech is memorable because of the acting and the production of the actual movie. This is something that people will be able to make fun of for years and years to come. Film number three is gotta be, and I know people are going to attack me for this, The Social Network. Jesse Eisenberg was awesome in this. Justin Timberlake did a good acting job, like normal people will put him down for doing his acting jobs like that, but he actually did a very good job on this. It's a gripping story, something that is of current news, and I will, maybe because I'm more fond of it because I use it every day like everyone else does. Everyone in the Y generation, 50% of us use Facebook every day. Yeah, that's me. And yeah, The Social Network, number three. Number four, the fourth best movie for me this year is The Kids Are Alright. It is a story about two lesbians who have two kids from the same biological father, and for whatever reason, when they're teenagers, they want to go visit biological father. Drama ensues. Good acting by Annette Bening and who's the other lady in it? Annette Bening and Julianne Moore is the other person. Mark Ruffalo is the father. Again, drama ensues. It's fun to watch because I've actually seen these kind of things happening in real life, and it's more fun to watch it when it's not one of your friends going through it. Just the thought. The fifth best movie, and probably one of the best books in quite a long time that I like, and I really like books that are something that is considered literary masturbation. The girl with the dragon tattoo is by Stieg Larsson. I think it's Stieg. Larson, and he has three books, so seemingly there's going to probably be three movies. And this movie is a foreign movie, so if you don't like subtitles, I'm sorry, but it's a movie that you should probably see because it's as powerful as the book. And there's not very many times where the book is as good as the movie, and this is one of those times. Number six is going to be Toy Story 3. Uh, I've watched this movie many, many times since it came out earlier in the year, and every single time they get to that grinder scene, I still cry, even though I know that they're going to be saved by the little alien doll things that they have. Uh, Great animation, good story, something that you expect from Pixar. So we kind of grow not necessarily tired of it, but it's something that you definitely want to watch. It's a children's movie that can be enjoyed by the whole family because there are jokes that children will never get, and there are jokes in there that kids will get that adults will never get. So number six is Toy Story 3. Number seven for me is going to be Black Swan, and I'm gonna put this in there because it is just a juicy psychological thing, and you get to see Natalie Portman with weird things coming out of her and having strange skin and physical body issues, like her feet are all stuck together and stuff like that. Other, other than that horror porn that you would not expect from this thriller of a movie, this movie is well directed, well acted, beautiful. Takes you into the horrible lives that dancers may or may not have to deal with, but good acting, good directing, good scenes, good everything. You know that actor has a really good chance of getting a nomination or at least sympathy from the viewers when you know that she broke two ribs while they were filming the movie, and she had to let her body out and make her, if you're a ballet dancer, you have to contort your body in ways that, people, we can't normally think of it. I mean, your feet have to be like this, they have to be perfect, and then you have to do on point, which is horrible for your feet. If you ever see a dancer's feet, you will be horrified and you will understand why this movie is full of horror. It is my number seven pick for the best movie of the year. Number eight is gonna actually be a weird non-snob kind of movie that you probably wouldn't think for me would be a movie that I would say is the eighth best movie of the year. That movie for me is Easy A. I know it's like a teenage chick flick kind of thing, but it's a throwback to how things were in society not so long ago. Society not full of cell phones and just full of gossip, the way that gossip was intended to be spread from person to person, not from a singular text message going to every single person in a school or company. And I like this because for the fact that Phoebe, the person who plays Phoebe in Friends, is in it. Oh, what's her name? Lisa Kudrow. God, I can't remember her name. There's an undercurrent of this the fact that it seems like California high school because I went to high school in California. Everything is outside. Lockers are outside. There's just a big giant, grassy thing and some tables, and that's how a California high school actually is. The fact that you have some pretty interesting and beautiful characters in here is kind of fun. To see someone supposedly a teenager's parents smoking weed under a tree during like a seance thingy is kind of out there. But Easy A was one of the more entertaining films, and the fact that the lead character, what's her name, Emma Stone, actually got a Golden Globe nomination for this acting job. It's easy to see that this was a great movie to get one. But although The Tourist got a Best Picture nod, and that was laughable because that was one of the worst movies of the year. Anyway, number nine is going to be 127 Hours. James Franco does an amazing job on this. But much like Black Swan is not necessarily about ballet, and this is not about a man who gets stuck in a canyon and cuts off his arm because his arm got trapped by a rock. It's more about the human details in it and how they mesh together and how friendships are made and people are interacting with each other. That's what makes this movie watchable. It's my number nine pick for 2010, and I hope you actually go watch it because it's a very good film. I like James Franco. I've met him in person, and he's very nice. So, and he would say hi. My number 10 pick, 10, the number 10 pick that I have for movie of the year, I guess, would be The Fighter, starring Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark, and Christian Bale. You're not professional. And, it follows two brothers who don't look alike doing the same thing, and they're it's showing the faults between the two brothers, and it's about obviously boxing, it's or fighting, and the influences of one brother who's supposedly troubled and the other brother who isn't troubled. Uh, it's a movie that you should watch only because it's so like feel goody kind of movie. It's not for children, and there's fight scenes, there's good art direction, but most of the movie is about them being them and them being bad boys or not being bad boys or who should be doing what and what for. And I am staring at Christian Bale's chest now. Um, but as the number 10 movie or most watchable movies, or I don't know, most memorable movies of this year, it's something that you should definitely watch because it's one of those movies that if it does win the Academy Award, which is it's possible, I would actually put in my top five to win the Academy Award, even though there's 10. That's why I gave you 10. I would say Social Network, uh, the King's Speech, Fighter 127 Hours, and Toy Story 3. But that's just what I think. That will be in the top five for me. The order that I put it in here is not necessarily the order I would pick them for the Oscars because there's some movies that probably would not get an Oscar nomination, like Easy A. It would probably get an acting nomination, but not necessarily an Oscar nomination. That's just the way it is. So yeah, that's Ryan Details and giving you the top 10 movies, watchable movies of the year. Signing off. Hope you like my 15-minute blog. Bye bye.